they're talking two more. The big monsters come to the starting line. They are the Snakebite. Our first look at Snakebite today. This is piloted by Colt Cobra out of Cobra Creek, Colorado. Mean-looking guy. And going against him, Bennett Clark and the Clydesdale. The Clydesdale out of Ackworth, Georgia. And then a former rodeo rider. So it's Clydesdale and Snakebite here in the Pontiac Silverdome. Side by side, a Ford and a Chevy. Off the start, Snakebite takes a big lead. Look at Clydesdale, that rear steer. Snakebite turns on the power, goes sideways and every which way, but he crossed the finish line first. The win, the Colt Cobra and Snakebite. On the turn, the Clydesdale had it, but Colt Cobra turns on the horsepower right here and defeats the Clydesdale. Let's see Clydesdale coming out of that turn. He's out of shape. He's going every which way. He's in trouble. That cost him the race. Here's Colt Cobra.
Well, the cars, when they paint the cars up inside these buildings, they get real slick. And your tires are turning such a tremendous wheel speed on there that they spin on the top of the cars and throws you every which way.
The fans getting their money's worth with 10 USHRA monsters in Pontiac.
I got to catch my breath, and I know Joe's got to do the same thing. What a first round at the Silverdome. But there's more coming up. Round 2 is just around the corner on Monster Truck Challenge. After these important words from some very important people, our sponsors. Welcome back, everybody. The second round is about to begin on the floor of the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. The U.S. Hot Rod Association has brought 10 bad boys to town. And after one round of racing, 8 monsters still have a shot at the title. Now, those 8 round winners and the 3 fastest losers. Okay, here's how it lines up. We're going to see fast qualifier Bigfoot take on fast loser Clydesdale. Then 2 first-round winners, UFO and Bad Medicine, will go at it. The third race features teammates King Crunch and the Auto Value Racer, with King Crunch coming back as the second fast loser. And Snakebite is paired with the third fastest loser from round 1, Hammer Time. Maybe a little confusing. Don't have any fear about this. The guy that can straighten it all out is Joe Lowe. He's going to help us keep things straight. Okay, Joe.
The big question is, Ken, with this turning track, can they straighten it out after that turn? That seems to be the problem of a lot of the monsters here in Pontiac. Bigfoot, Andy Brass going up against the Clydesdale and Bennett Clark. A Ford Chevy matchup. They're on the starting line. There they go. Bigfoot popping a wheelie off the start. Backs off. Uses that rear steer. Whoops that rear end around. And defeats the Clydesdale handily. Meanwhile, Bennett Clark is all over the track. He takes out a track marker pole. Man, a tough break for Bennett Clark. He just cannot figure out this rear steer. Look at this. The rear tires are all out of shape. I'm not one direction and the other direction. Bennett's bouncing around. The track marker pole goes down. And Andy Brass, meanwhile, has this track dialed in. He knows exactly what's going on. Whoops that rear end around, up over the cars. Here's Andy.
It seems like, we're getting a little bit more dialed into the track. We got the truck dialed in a little better there. We got the right combination for the truck, and it's looking good for us tonight.
Andy Brass and Bigfoot moves on to our semifinals in the Pontiac Silverdome. Meanwhile, more racing action. Bad Medicine, John Van Loo going up against Bob Fisher and UFO. UFO out of Jersey, Don Van Loo out of Missouri with Bad Medicine. A Dodge Ford matchup in the Pontiac Silverdome. As they wait for the starter to say rock and roar, there they go. Bad Medicine turns on. And look at this, Bob Fisher and UFO with a great turn. Bad Medicine has all sorts of problems on the turn, and he's out of it completely. Bad medicine left the track. He's disqualified. Bob Fisher and UFO with that great handling. Look at this guy drive this monster truck. The big Ford is up, back in shape for the jump. Over the cars, across the finish line, UFO advances. And Don Van Loo, I tell you, he made this turn, and this is where the problems began. The tires come up. Oh, almost turns it over. He's back across, but he's headed the wrong way. He leaves the track. He says, hey, I'm out of here. Here comes the Auto Value Racer and Scott Stevens with King Crunch and Rob Grossman. Both are teammates. Scott Stevens owns both trucks, so Rob Grossman's trying to beat his boss. Their stage set to go. The Auto Value Racer, the King Crunch, side by side in Pontiac. Off the line, the racer seems to have the edge. On the turn, the Auto Value Racer turning it on. And King Crunch has problems. Auto Value Racer, a great job on the turn. Scott Stevens up in the cockpit, but the wind's a mixed blessing, as Scott Stevens explains.
Yeah, both trucks are running pretty good. The good news is that, we won a round. The bad news is the truck broke. It won't be back for the next round. It's kind of a happy and a bad deal at the same time.
What's wrong with the truck?
We broke the tail shaft on the transmission.
Rob Grossman and the King Crunch had trouble on the turn. If you notice, the rear steer just doesn't seem to be incorporated right here. He has to shut the whole thing down and think about it a second. Here's Rob.
Yeah, I misjudged my steering switch, my rear steering, and I hit the wrong button, and it just wouldn't go into the turn for me, so I had to back out and let our other truck win this race. But hopefully I can do better next time around.
More USHRA Monster Truck Challenge racing in Pontiac at the Silverdome. This time, it's Hammer Time and Snake Bite. The awesome-looking Snake Bite going up against Hammer Time. Their stage, and we're ready to go as action returns to Pontiac. Hammer Time bobbling just a little bit. Off the line, the Snake Bite backs down for the turn. Hammer Time has problems in that turn. He has to shut down almost entirely. And Snake Bite gets an easy win. Hammer Time just can't keep up. There goes one of those lane markers again. Here's where it was won. Snake Bite, the rear steer working. And Colt Cobra gets another win in Pontiac. Colt Cobra snaking his way around the turn. Straightens things out. This guy can drive on both sides of this track. That's round number 2 from Pontiac.
Is this great? I mean, we've seen a ton of monster truck races. We still have 2 rounds to go. And the semifinals are coming up from Pontiac when we turn the corner on Monster Truck Challenge in just a moment.